Now, let's talk about the weather, because everybody talks about the weather, but nobody can do anything about it. The Bureau of Meteorology are being relied upon to give us all of the information we need to form government policy, opinion, climate change, all this sort of stuff. Just how many things can they actually get wrong? We've had a metre of rain flowing through Coolangatta, a metre of rain. The entire year of last year was about 800 centimetres. We've had 1,000 so far this year. I mean, Carolyn, you can't help but feel cynical about the Bureau of Meteorology. They need a better dartboard, at the very least, I'd have thought.
Yeah, absolutely, Gary. And the thing is they told us we weren't going to get any rain till April, so a metre of rain is more than just a little bit embarrassing. I do love how Mother Nature likes to flip us the bird occasionally and let her know who's really in charge of the schedule of rain. Look, the very interesting part of the article that you sent us to read up on this was the Bureau saying that often the customers don't struggle to interpret the predictions, but I think maybe they just have trouble making them, Gary.
Well, the thing I've noticed, Tina, which is interesting to me, is that there seems to be younger and younger faces representing the Bureau of Meteorology on all of the media grabs these days, and God bless them, it's terrific. But you feel like there's some sort of wise and grey-haired, person who's been around for years, who's seen it all before, knows how to temper what to say, and they've thrown somebody out there who's slightly senior to the work experience kid to front the cameras. I mean, everything is catastrophic. Everything is, exceptional. Everything is this. Everything is that. It's all over the top.
We all, we laugh about it, Gary, but it's very serious. I mean, they're trying to predict, to tell us what's going to happen in 10, 20, 50 years. Well, Greta said we're all gone in 8, but all I know is every time I get a decent hairdo, it rains, Gary, So that's my theory that I stick to. But look, you can take no notice of the bit of BOM, absolutely none at all.
Well, it's very sad, Bronwyn, because the serious part is that I think there's been some funding cuts in the Bureau, and I know a few people who've worked for the Bureau, and the number of people doing observations has declined, and now they're doing observations in different places, and then there's the allegation that indeed there's been a fitting out of the kind of statistics that have underpinned the great claims of the hottest year on record and all this sort of nonsense. I mean, surely we need some tempering before they open their yap, and then people might actually believe them when they say it's going to be dry or it's going to rain or it's going to be this or it's going to be that.
Well, Gary, I think one of the problems is that it has been infiltrated by some ideologues. Now, you look at the history. Weather, air pollution, population. It's only going to be standing room only on the planet. We're all going to have face masks or there wouldn't be enough oxygen. We wouldn't be able to feed ourselves. Malthus probably started off a lot of all this doomsday stuff. But seriously, the weather has now been weaponised. And what's the result? We're scaring kids to death. We seriously are. Yep. And it's just wrong. And where is the action by government to try and bring it to heel? Because it is quite plain from people who've been in the Bureau of Meteorology themselves, who have come out and spoken about how this harmonisation of readings of temperature and so on is being made to fit their predictions and their plans. So I say let's have a thorough look at just who's in there, who they are, but more particularly stop frightening children. All these doomsday cults, they've all come and gone, and this one will go in the end as well.
Yeah, well, we all know that the Indian Ocean dipole disappeared in November of last year. That was the thing that was causing, through ocean currents, the weather to do what it was doing. We'd had a long drought. We've come to the end of the drought period in the main. Of course, it's very, very hot, unseasonably hot in far north Queensland and North Queensland this weekend. It's going to be 30-something degrees in Brisbane over the weekend as well. But we've had a metre of rain, half a metre plus in Brisbane itself, but a metre of rain along the coast. That is a lot of water in a lot of places. Worst part is government hasn't been building dams to capture the water. We've got towns that have been established for 100 years or more still going underwater, and new suburbs being built in various places.
And we're not capturing it.
Get back to the basics, the BOM, and stop being part of this international scare campaign rubbish.